If you're looking for movies or TV shows starring Adele Exarchopoulos, you just click on the right video. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again. Number 1. Blue is the warmest color, 2013.
Comment ça, il y en a pas? Vous avez fait quoi? Je comprends pas.
On a passé l'après-midi ensemble, c'est tout.
C'est parce que c'était naze que tu nous racontes pas?
Putain, on dirait la PJ du sexe, quoi.
15-year-old Adele dreams of the love of her life when she meets Thomas, a dark, handsome, and friendly stranger who immediately falls in love with her. Her dream seems to come true. But an uncomfortable desire reverie disrupts the romance before it even begins. Adele dreams that a mysterious blue-haired girl crawls into her bed and possesses her with an all-consuming lust and pleasure. She can no longer ignore her real desires. Adele is attracted to girls. Then the beautiful blue-haired girl reappears, and she seeks rapprochement with Adele. This is the beginning of a passionate and chaotic love story. Number 2. The Anarchists, 2015.
Fais tabasser. Grâce à cet homme, je suis là. Je compte bien lui servir à boire.
Pendant que vous les tenez, ne les lâchez plus.
Set in 1899 Paris, Corporal Jean Albertini is chosen to infiltrate a gang of anarchists. For him, it is the perfect opportunity to make a career, but Jean soon finds himself in conflict with his conscience. On the one hand, he delivers incriminating intelligence reports to his boss, Gaspar, but on the other hand, he develops warm feelings for the anarchists, and in particular, for Judith, the leader's girlfriend. Things accelerate when an armed attack is prepared. Torn between his duty and his heart, Jean will have to make a choice. Number 3. Down by Love, 2016.
Alors vous le sentez comment ce dossier? Compliqué. Je sais qui vous êtes. Évitez de vous faire remarquer.
With a mixture of ambition, discipline, and psychological insight, Jean runs a women's prison as the director. He even describes himself as an artist at work. Things are going well at home, too. He's happily married to his beautiful wife, and they have a young daughter together. But then one day, Anna's transferred from another prison. Her sentence is tough. After having already served 4 years, she still has 4 or 5 more to serve. But for Jean, the pretty Anna won't remain just another convict for long. Sparks quickly begin to fly between them, and Jean puts his career and personal happiness at risk. It seems as if their love is doomed. Number 4. Racer and the Jailbird, 2017.
C'est excite. On est bon, en plus. On est vraiment bon. Même si on sait ce qu'on risque.
A love story between Bibi and Gino mixed with the brutal criminal world and a hidden secret. All hell is breaking loose in Brussels. Criminal gangs rule the underworld with merciless brutality. Can love survive in this cauldron of violence and crime? Gangster Gino and racing driver Benedict struggle to find the answer. They fall head over heels in love on a racetrack. But much sooner than they'd like, they realize this could be a hopeless endeavor. Both Gino's criminal entourage and the police are constantly keeping an eye on the couple and making their lives difficult. Number 5. Revenir, 2019.
C'est ton père qui t'a appelé? Maman! J'arrive.
Non, ma mère, elle m'a laissé un message.
In the Drôme region, in southeastern France, further east than the original lot department of the novel, agrarian families struggle to get by. But this might be news for Thomas, who is returning to the family farm after a dozen or so years in Montreal, where he works in a restaurant. When he arrives, all the cows of his childhood are gone. In their place, he sees the cute Alex, his 6-year-old nephew whom he has never met before. Mona, Alex's mom, also doesn't immediately recognize the man with the curly blonde hair, though he is the older brother of Mathieu, Alex's late father and Mona's late boyfriend. Number 6. Sybil, 2019.
Je crois que j'ai besoin que vous m'aidiez. J'ai arraché la place que j'ai sur ce tournage. Je peux pas risquer de tout perdre. C'est impossible.
The story of a successful psychiatrist who has started writing again. Sybil, a psychiatrist who has dedicated herself to her profession, decides to return to her first passion. The young woman is excited to start writing again after many years. Sybil, who does not want to accept patients during this process, wants to continue her life this way for a while. However, Sybil, who cannot resist the insistence of Margot, an aspiring actress, accepts the young woman as her new patient. Sybil slowly begins to become involved in the life of Margot, a troubled woman. However, after a while, what Morgat tells her begins to turn life upside down. Number 7. Zero Facts Given, 2021.
Si je vomis, je vais vomir en jet.
Cassandra, in her mid-20s, works as a flight attendant for a budget airline. She doesn't particularly enjoy the job, especially as the pressure from her company to sell duty-free items to passengers steadily increases. But the Belgian enjoys the freedom this profession offers. No matter where she is in the world, she rewards herself every evening with parties, alcohol, and meaningless romance via Tinder dates. When she's fired for a trivial offense, Cassandra is in danger of losing her footing. Back home with her father and sister, she still has to come to terms with the death of her mother, which she has repressed for so long. Number 8. The Five Devils, 2022.
20 minutes alors. T'es prête?
Je t'aime, maman.
Follows the story of Vicky, an 8-year-old mixed-race girl who tries to escape the abuse she suffers at school by developing great supernatural powers. Vicky has an incredible sense of smell that not only allows her to identify any type of smell, but also allows her to travel through time. Her relatively calm routine is interrupted by the appearance of her aunt, a woman rejected not only by the entire community of the small town in the French Alps where she lives, but also by her own mother. To find out what is happening, Vicky uses her power to travel dangerously through time, to the adolescence of her parents and her aunt, in order to understand what is happening in the present. Number 9. Passages, 2023.
It's my party and my husband doesn't want to dance with me.
I'll dance with you.
In Passages, on the last day of filming in Paris, film director Thomas sleeps with a woman and proudly tells his husband. The novelty of being with a woman is an exciting experience, one he is eager to explore despite his marriage to Martin. After wrapping his latest project, the filmmaker impulsively begins a torrid love affair with the young teacher Agathe. However, a passionate, jealous, and narcissistic relationship develops between Thomas, Agathe, and Martin. And when Martin begins his own affair, the unstable Thomas turns his attention to her husband. Number 10. Beating Hearts, 2024.
J'ai beaucoup pensé à toi. À nous, à ce qu'on était. Parce que t'avais tout gâché.
Feelings that on paper are supposedly not allowed in 1980s northern France for a variety of reasons. Clotaire is in love with Jackie, but he comes from a difficult background, and she from a sheltered upper-class home. When Clotaire joins a criminal street gang, something seems to break between them. Clotaire's imprisonment finally drives the nail into the coffin, unjustly, and for a crime he never committed. Contact with Jackie is permanently cut off. The two only meet again years later, and Clotaire must decide whether to choose love or revenge.